The world is waiting to see how Iran will respond after 3 of its nuclear sites were leveled by U.S. bombers. Let's bring in the CEO of the Foundation for the Defense of Democracies, Mark Dubowitz. I want to put up a before and after satellite image of Fordo, where you can clearly see that there are new holes in the ground. But, I mean, I don't know how to read this stuff. What do you think about what we're seeing here and this idea of what bomb damage assessment will tell us?
Yeah, it's a little early, but I think there's obviously severe damage. I mean, I think this program has been set back not by months, John, but by years. And Fordo, Isfahan, Natanz. But there is this other facility called Axe-Pick Mountain or Pickaxe Mountain where it goes even deeper. I'm not sure that we even bombed that.
Yeah, we were talking to David Albright about that.
Yeah, and again, there's deep tunnels all over Iran. There's still centrifuges. There's still enriched material. So they have options. What they don't have, which a lot of people don't talk about, is the fact that Mossad took out 14 of the 15 top nuclear weapons scientists. Now, without Oppenheimer and his other 14 scientists, there's no Manhattan Project. There's no Trinity test in 1945. And so the regime has lost that. You can replace them. There's other nuclear scientists, but these are the guys that know how to run a weapons program.
So what do you think Iran does? Do they retaliate?
They got to be really careful on the retaliation. I mean, first of all, I think Trump has made it very clear he's no paper tiger and he doesn't bluff. You go after U.S. forces, Khamenei will lose his regime. Tries to close the Strait of Hormuz. You know who that affects? The Chinese. 40% of Chinese oil go through that. John, you know who else that affects? The Iranians from Karg Island. Sure. All of their oil goes through that. So they, in a sense, it would be suicidal for them to go after the Americans and economically suicidal for them to close the Strait of Hormuz.
So President Trump has said that he's not interested in taking out the Ayatollah. Israel may think differently about that. But then there's also this theory that the regime may collapse of its own weight now. I mean, it's basically built on a pillar of sand at this point with the Iranian nuclear program gone. And then if the Ayatollah falls, there's a big power vacuum, and what steps into that vacuum? Yeah,
look at the Syrian president Assad, who just went down in a few days. Everybody thought that they were going to be there forever. His father was there for many years. I think there's a risk of that. I think that this is not Syria, it's not Iraq, it's not Libya. I mean, I think it's a sophisticated country, very experienced people, very educated people. And by the way, an opposition on the outside that's been doing a lot of day-after planning with Reza Pahlavi.
But it's on the outside.
It's on the outside. But they've actually started to do serious planning on what happens if we take over the economic ministry, what happens if we take over on the judiciary. You know, actually some serious planning, which a lot of planning wasn't done in some of these other situations. I'm not so sure this thing is an imminent collapse anytime soon.
Oh, interesting.
Not imminent, but again, you never know because they look powerful until they're not.
Some of my Iranian friends thought if you take out Fordo, he's gone literally within a week. So
yeah,
I guess we'll see.
Okay.
Mark, good to see you.
Thanks, John. Thanks for having me.